What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be customizing this Toyota GR Yaris. I think that's what it's called. Wait, hold on, something spawned. Nothing really. Anyways, we're going to be turning this thing probably into a car show build, which someone did give me an idea. They told me to put a suspension kit on this thing, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just do a car show build? So that's what we are going to be doing today. We're going to be fixing up the engine, putting a giant turbo. We're going to give this a nice paint job and finish it with some nice wheels so we can test this thing out probably at the drag strip. But enough of the yap. But before I do continue, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So let's hop in. Actually, hold on, let me close this. Let's hop into the I always get confused, it's on this side. So we have a lot of stuff on our plate, so let's hurry up because I want to test this thing out at its full power. But before we actually head over to the mechanic shop, I actually want to pick up a turbo kit. Let's see. Wait a minute, is my shadows on? Seems a little bit dark in here. All right, so let me buy this one, the air intake turbo, for 8,000 euros. That's kind of cheap. Yeah, that's very cheap, I'm not gonna lie. Let's buy new spark plugs. Hold on, let me check. Is this the correct spark plugs? It is. All right, nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, some blinker fluid. I gotta buy some blinker fluid. And lastly, we should buy a brand new transmission, and I'm not really sure what kind of transmission to buy the Toyota, but they have this one, 7-speed, this one. Okay, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with the 7-speed DCT. I think that one is a good one for this car. And I just remembered, we can also tune this thing. So yeah, we have a lot of things to do. Let me hop right back in and let's make our way over to the mechanic shop, because as you guys can see, our current condition for this car is 50%. It's okay, it's bad. I was gonna say it's not that good, but you know, it's terrible. But let's get this thing a brand new paint job. And should we do blue? Oh yeah, let's do blue. Oh, it looks so good. Or should we do a red? Actually, you know what, I've done way too many blue cars, so let's switch it up and let's give it a nice red color. Look at that, not bad. I also want to give this thing a nice tint because, you know, we don't want a fishbowl. Oh, the interior is super nice. Look at the interior, it's manual. You've got a little screen up there. Oh, it's pretty nice and comfy in here. But let me quickly grab some tint. Let's do 5%, and look at that, it's starting to look pretty good. All right, this is going to be the fun part because we are going to fix this thing up, literally. Let me put this in the air. Let me open up the hood, and yeah, let's take out everything because we are going to fix it up. I said it, I know I said it again. If you guys didn't know, you guys can also repair your transmissions, but since we already have one, we're gonna throw this one in the trash and we're gonna put the new one in. So where is my new one? Okay, so I think this is my new one. Let me throw this one in here. There we go. And let's get some of these what the heck? So let's get some of these repaired. This one goes here. Where's the battery? We gotta recharge the battery. 36. Okay, this needs to be washed. There we go. And let's see, what else do we need? Okay, this is going to be repaired, and then we already have new spark plugs, so we're gonna throw this in the trash. And it looks like all of this is finished, so let me throw this in. What? Oh, there's no engine. Okay, so let me start with this piece, then the head, the battery, and then wait, we actually already have the boosted one with the turbo, so let me throw that one in the trash. And okay, so let me get this fixed, and then let me get my spark plugs and my air intake turbo out of my backpack, and let's get this installed like right here, and then my spark plugs. There we go. Alright, it looks like our headers are now finished, and I think that is going to be it. I think all we need is to put some of our blinker fluid. So let me go in the back and put some blinker fluid, just like so. And we are now ready to give this thing a nice little test and see how fast this thing is. So let me hop in on the other side. There we go. So let's do a little test going to the wheel shop. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, not bad. Yeah, this thing is not bad for a little 4-cylinder, but I think we're gonna be able to make it much more faster once we get this thing tuned. But for now, let's buy some brand new wheels. I'm gonna lift that thing up, and let's see, what wheels should we buy? Yeah, wait, hold on, what size are these wheels? Because these things are pretty tiny, I'm not gonna lie. So it's a 16, 25, 240. Okay, hold on, you know what, let's do a little comparison. Okay, 20. Okay, so it is a 25. All right, so let me place this right here, and let's see, let's let's do an 18. Let's do an 18. And what was the size on this? 18. And then let's do a 240. I think that should be good. I might have just messed up. All right, I put the brand new wheels in my backpack, and hopefully they fit whichever wheels I end up buying. So let's see. Now this is going to be the fun part because we get to choose the wheels, and honestly, I'm not sure. I really don't know what wheels to go with. Well, actually, you know what? These are pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, these are pretty tough. Should we say screw it? Alright, I did it. Hopefully they do not look super bad. So let me take all of these wheels and tires out of my backpack, just like so. And let me remove the tires of the Toyota, just like so. Actually, you know what? Let me also take this one out. And you guys know the drill. I'm gonna do a quick time lapse when I put these together. So in 3, 2, and 1. And look at that, we have our brand new wheels on our Toyota. And honestly, what do you guys think? Is this too small, or did we, well, actually, you know what, we also need a suspension kit. So this is how it's looking right now. The setup is not too bad. We do have some wheel space right here, but we are going to be fixing that with the suspension kit, which is the main reason I didn't go with giant wheels. So let's quickly run over to the spare part shop so we can get this. Oh, that sounds so good. So we can get this thing lowered. Alrighty, everyone, we are now here at the shop. Let me just hop out and let's see, where is the suspension thing? Did I miss it? Oh, it's right here. So 10k pretty much for the suspension. And let me, oh no, no. Please. Oh no, what the hell?
It's not supposed to do that.
Alright, we are finally back. So let's see, where should we test the suspension kit? Should we test it on the snow? Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna test it on the snow. So in 3, 2, and 1, let's get this thing dropped. Look at that, that thing looks insane. Yeah, this is now a car show build. Look at that. Look, you can probably barely put your hand between the floor and the car. Look, oh my goodness. We have the back tire nice and tucked in, this one as well, and all we gotta do is get this thing tuned up. But it looks like something did spawn, and a Camaro. We gotta go pick it up. Actually, you know what? Hopefully I am not too poor because I do have 110,000, but I think the Camaro is around that price. So let's see. Alrighty, the Camaro is right here, and let's see how much this thing costs. And it is 8. Okay, not bad, not bad. We still have enough cash to get our car tuned. So let me head back to the garage. There we go. We got the Toyota picked up. I'm probably gonna make my way over to the tuning shop so we can get this thing dyno and tuned. So I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, we are now at the dyno tune shop. So let me get this thing on the dyno and see how fast this thing can actually go. I wonder if it's at least like 300 horsepower. If it is, then that's going to be impressive. So let's get this thing started. Alright, let's see how fast this thing is. And so the horsepower seems to be at 230 and the torque at 300. Not bad, but it looks like there is some room for improvement. So let me hop right back in and let's give this a quick tune up and see if we can actually increase the speed. So let's get this thing connected and let's see, what should we do here? Let's do, I think someone said to do like 50, and then hold on, let me check. No, it was actually 68, then 51, and then 100. I think that was the tune setup that they told me. So let's actually see if there's any difference with that setup. So let me get this thing back on the dyno and let's get this thing tuned. Alright, there we go, and let's take a look at these results, and it seems that the power is now... Is that the same thing? I mean, at least our torque is at 400. I feel like it should have been better. Hold on, let me do my setup. This is my setup if any of you guys want it. So my setup is like 6, 7, then I do this, and I do like 40. That's pretty much my setup. Let's see if there's any difference. Alright, let's see. This thing is finished, and looks like it's now at 275, and the torque is at 420. So there seems to be an increase, a slight increase in the horsepower. But now all we have to do is a 0 to 60 test and see how fast this thing actually is. Let me throw this in manual. 3, 2, and 1. Whoa, oh my goodness. Dude, that was not bad at all for a little 4-cylinder. That thing took off. We hit 70 in no time, and previously it was kind of like struggling to pass 70 miles per hour. But I am impressed, and especially that it's only a car show build, but probably one of my favorite 4-cylinder builds in this game. But anyways, we gave it a nice paint job, some wheels, lowered it, and we boosted it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next Fix It Up video. Peace!